Welcome to the Radiant Life podcast. I am your host, Tatiana, and I am a master mindset coach, and I'm obsessed with empowering you to live and create your best life possible. If you're looking to uplevel your mindset, life, happiness, and success, then you are in the right place. My goal with this podcast is to help you see the potential within yourself, to be able to break the limiting beliefs and habits that are holding you back, and to help you feel inspired to get clear with who you are in order to create the life you desire. Thank you so much for listening. Now let's get into today's episode. Hi, loves. I have a super important question for you today. Have you been on this path of healing and desiring to create your best life? Maybe you haven't started, but the desire is there and you don't know where to start. Or maybe you have been on the journey for some time now and you're ready to kick it up a notch. Whether you've been desiring to create more wealth and financial freedom, creating a healthy, loving relationship with yourself, to feel more energy and confidence with who you truly are, or perhaps you're trying to let go of the trauma and past hardships that have been blocking you from being who you're truly meant to be. If you have patterns, blocks, stories, resistance, which we all do, and if you're ready to start or continue your path to reroute it all, I have some amazing, exciting news for you today. Embrace Your Radiance group coaching program is now officially open for enrollment. That makes me so excited to say. So if you are not living your best life, feeling like your best self, or believing that you can become the best version of you and create your dream life, I welcome you to join. This is my 4-month group mentorship that is going to change your life. And we are calling in all and any woman who is finally ready to heal and let go of what is holding you back. Whether you're trying to achieve health goals, financial goals, career goals, relationship goals, or if you're just feeling done with the self-sabotage, the people-pleasing tendencies, the negative self-talk, the limiting beliefs, and are just wanting to let it all go so you can feel your best and live your best life, this is for you. And it is time to go deep and discover what's been holding you back so you can release it and rewrite it all. This program was created to help you do the inner work and teach you how to become an energetic match to your desires so you can manifest your dream life. This is a new year. There is no holding back, no more hiding from the excuses. This is the year to do the work and create your dream reality. And if you're ready to make a change and you are an action taker, I invite you to apply and join with the link in the show notes below. The next round starts January 31st. Enrollment does close on the 29th. I'm here to walk you through your journey, to help you feel supported so you can create your best life. You're worthy of it all, and I hope to see you inside. Don't forget to click the link in the show notes below to apply and to see if this is a good fit for you. For now, if you are ready for today's episode, let's dive on in. Hi, loves. Welcome to the Radiant Life podcast. I want to talk with you today about something that's really, really close to my heart because this is something that I am still currently working on and working through. It's something I have struggled with my entire life, and that is the act of being indecisive and not being able to make a decision and then move forward and then take action, and it kind of gets you stuck. Are you with me? Do you do that? Do you struggle making a decision? Because indecision is a decision in itself, and that is something I have had to learn the hard way. There's been so many times where I just have too many options, too many choices, and I just can't decide, and I don't make a decision, and then I get screwed or I miss out on an opportunity because I couldn't be decisive. And I was once told by a very close friend of mine that those who are most successful are those who can be decisive on the spot. And I want to talk about this because I feel like a lot of us can struggle with being indecisive, right? Especially with the way the world is, the technology. We see so many opportunities and possibilities. And I don't know about you if your brain works like mine, but my brain is like, it's a blessing and a curse, because when I'm in a situation, I can see endless possibilities, endless outcomes. And because of that, it's great. I can see how, beautiful like it could turn out, but then I also get like paralyzed and I cannot make a decision. and it has bit me in the ass so many times. And it's like, I explain it to people. It's like my brain is like, when someone asks me a question, I am like at a candy store and I see all the candy, all the outcomes, all the possibilities. And then I just stand there frozen because I just don't know what I want and I don't know what to do. And it gets me nowhere. So I don't know about you. Maybe you struggle with this, or maybe you don't, but you have certain situations where you do. Then I want to encourage you to work through this, because this is something I am working through, is working on being more decisive and just going for it and making a decision that feels right for me versus getting people's inputs, opinions, thoughts, because I have sought so much external opinions and noise, and it's turned into noise and chaos, and the decision that I do make isn't always aligned with me because I made it based on what somebody else thought was best for me. And that never really turns out the best sometimes. You feel me? So how to overcome being indecisive? Well, first, I really want you to accept the fact that indecision is a decision in itself. And that's not serving you. So how do we overcome it? So a few things that I've done is I ask myself, what do I not want? What don't I want? Write that down. Because sometimes when we are asked, okay, well, what do you want? It's hard for us to like really construct that decision, that idea, or whatever it is we want. So what I have found useful for me is asking myself, what do I not want? You can write it down, like put like a line in the middle of your page. What do I not want? So then you can see, okay, cool. How can I flip this to then determine what it is I do want? And it can help you gain more clarity on what it is you do want by acknowledging what we don't want. I tell my clients all the time, like when we go through life, we sometimes go through jobs, relationships, friendships, situations to learn more about what we don't want, so then we can get more clear with what we do want. And it's okay to focus on what we don't want first to then get more clear on what we do want. It's totally fine. And this has really, really helped me. So overcoming the indecision is, focus on what do you not want, to then bring the focus and attention on what you do want. So then you can say, okay, cool. Now I know what I do want based on whatever situation you're in. What decision would get me to the what I want part, right? And maybe you have a few, but it helps narrow it down to make you more decisive and make a decision, so then you can start taking action. The second other tip is visualize. Okay, maybe you have like 3 scenarios or 3 options of what you do want. Visualize them. And visualize, can you see yourself doing it? Can you tap into the feelings of you accomplishing it, or whatever it may be? And what came more naturally for you? Because I believe the outcome, the decision that is most aligned with you, you will feel it in your body. You will be able to visualize it more clearly, more easily, more naturally. The feelings will be there on a more just easy basis, and it'll just come up, versus the decision that you think might be the right decision but really isn't. Does that make sense? So try visualizing it. Visualize yourself, accomplishing it. Maybe you're trying to decide where you want to move to, right? Can you see yourself, visualize yourself picking up and moving to Florida and feeling, in the beautiful South palm tree tropical vibes? Does that come naturally to you? Do you see it? Do you feel it? Does that excite you? Or does the visual of you maybe moving not so down south, maybe more to the North Carolinas, where there's more different terrain, you still got like that like tropical paradise feel, but not as much because you still have more of a rural mountain area. Can you visualize that picture more? Does that feel more aligned and realistic to you and more exciting? Does that make sense? Because that's what I did. When I wanted to originally move to California, and that decision happened for me naturally because the opportunity wasn't there. And so I said, okay, cool. Do I want to move? I want to move down south then. Do I want to move down to the Carolinas, or do I want to move to Florida? And I tried visualizing myself, like which one felt right. My body knows, your intuition knows. And I believe this visualization and feeling exercise can really help you tap into making the most aligned, right decision for you. Your body knows, you can feel it. Your subconscious knows. There's so many different like muscle testing, like all of these different techniques. But what came up? And for me, I remember doing this and I remember being like, no, it's Florida, 100%. I could see myself driving down the coast, driving with the palm trees, blue sky, blue water. Like I just felt like that's where my soul needed to be. And I also remember when I did that, I was like, if I'm going to go south, I'm going all the way down south, right? Right there, that moment, I was able to make a decision. And if you don't know my story, like how I moved down to Florida was crazy. I was speaking it into existence for like almost a year. My friend just happened to find 2 apartments, told him to tour it, recorded it, signed the lease within 24 hours, never been to this town, never saw the apartment, but I just made the decision right then and there. That was a time where I really was able to make a decision fast because my gut, my intuition, there were signs, the synchronicities, they all aligned. But before I made the decision between Florida, I had to make the decision, okay, which one, North Carolina or South Carolina? I forget which one I was in between. The Carolinas in general. Or Florida. And I did that visualization technique. What don't I want? What do I want as well? Okay. So just a little like rant because I was thinking about indecision today. Many of us struggle with it. Many of us then get paralyzed and we're in the same place, maybe months from now, a year from now, because we were not able to make a decision and take action. Okay. And you guys, worst case, there is no right or wrong decision. That's what I've really come to learn. Nothing is right or wrong. Everything is a choice. And I truly believe if it wasn't the most ideal decision that you could make, I don't want to say wrong, you will always come back to your path. And another opportunity will bring you right back to path. And that's okay as well. So instead of getting caught up of like, oh my God, is this the right decision or the wrong decision? Like just make a decision so you can move forward and take action. And worst case scenario, you realize it wasn't the right one and you just go make the other decision. Or maybe a better decision or opportunity comes up that you wouldn't have had unless you made that decision. Life is always, always, always happening for you. But the number one thing that you can do is to make a decision and take action on it. Okay? Cool. Well, I hope this helps. I hope all of my fellows who like struggle with indecision too, I hope this resonated. I hope this really gave you some actionable, tangible tools to use next time you need to make a decision and you can't figure out what it is you want. And I hope you apply this next time it comes up. Thank you guys so much for listening. Please take a screenshot, share it on Instagram, tag me, send this to one of your friends that struggles with making decisions as well. Spread the word. I appreciate you listening so, so much. I love you. And I'll see you in the next episode. Thank you so much for tuning in today. If you enjoyed this episode, please share it with me and write an Apple iTunes review so I can keep the good stuff coming your way. If you aren't following me already, you can find me on Instagram at Tatiana_Kuto. I appreciate you so much and cannot wait to see you in the next episode. In the meantime, continue to shine bright and embrace your radiance.